Welcome to this short tutorial in which I'm going to take you through setting up the shop module on easyQ. To begin with, I'm going to log in as the end user account on the easyQ web portal. And if you have the module available, you'll see shop categories and asset shop links. We always start in shop categories, and in here we can add our line items that we're able to sell. Later on in shop links, we'll be setting up what assets we can order each of these products for. So here's where I'm going to either import or create categories and items for all of my assets or all of my items that I can sell. For an example, I've built one called coffee supplies, and if I expand that, I'll see the items in there are coffee beans and milk powder. They go to this service provider. There's the SKUs, and prices can be included here. So let me show you how I did that. I go to create a category if I want to do this manually, and I can add a category. So let's say janitorial supplies could be a category that I want to create. And underneath that, okay, there is one there. I'll delete this one afterwards, but I can create items underneath that janitorial supplies. So it might be part number, who is a service provider. So maybe that's a building management company that goes to. We can put any relevant details in here. Pack quantity, so let's say there's 10 bottles of that in a pack, and the price can be included if I want to show that to the user. So I can use this to build up a list, and you'll see here we've now got one item in that list. I'm not going to waste time going through that. We already have a janitorial one here that has a few items in already. So you can continue to build that list up. In the case that you want to import a list, that's also possible. We can export this existing list if we want to. If we want to import, we'll be able to fill out a template and browse for that file. The template itself looks like this. So we have the category, that's the name of the grouping, the items inside that group, the description, SKU, pack quantity, price, and is deleted is just a way of allowing me to export items. If I say yes to them being deleted, then they'll be removed from the database and of course unassigned from any assets. So the only thing to note in here really just to keep note of is every time you list a category every time. So if it's toner supplies, you should have category toner supplies in all of the line items that you add. Going back to the portal, we have the ability to, as I say, set up service providers. So if we look at the stationery items I've created, everything is going to this service provider. The janitorial is going to this service provider, so on and so forth. And the coffee supplies, which is the one I'm demoing to you right now, everything goes to the coffee company. So now I have all my products set up and in the system with the providers that are providing those products. I can go into asset shop links to allocate which items or which assets are able to order from which list. So again, this is one I've already done, but if I search for my coffee machines, I can select all of my coffee machines, and I can come onto this side to see what items, which of those product categories I can order for, and what items within those product categories can be ordered if I go to one of these assets and scan. So for example, the janitorial supplies I just added here, it isn't possible to order that through the coffee machine, which of course it shouldn't be. Coffee supplies, however, I can unassign all, I can take the items on or off, or assign all, depending on how I want this set up. So I'm just going to leave it with everything assigned for those particular assets. Of course, I can just show you on the, if I find the printers, okay, all printers could be assigned to toner supplies by ticking all the boxes there. Okay, so once I've set up everything that I want and the groupings I actually go to, I'm ready to start working essentially with this. So I'll take you into the phone app just to show you how this all comes together. Just excuse me while I open the app. And I'm going to pull up a QR code for the asset that I want to scan. So it was a coffee machine. DeLonghi is a coffee machine here. There's a QR code, and I'll bring up the phone app, which you should be able to see as well. You can't, hold on. So from here, I can use Scan QR to scan that item using the camera in the app. And I'm able to do a number of things on here, obviously report issues and request service, but for the purpose of this demo, this tutorial, I'm going to choose order. And I can see in the list I've got the coffee supplies category, and I've got other. This is for other items which may not be in the list that we might want to order by wildcard. So I'm going to click on coffee supplies first of all. I can choose the item that I want. So we can see the coffee beans, the milk powder, and again the other. I take the coffee beans. How many of those do I want? Next. And then I can take another item if I wish as well. So let's take some milk powder also. Next. And when I'm finished, I can verify my basket if you like. So all the items that I have, I can increase quantities or reduce quantities and place that order. And that request will go to the service provider that was set up within the shop categories that I showed you at the beginning of this demo. Thanks for watching.